Broadcasting from the studios of Business RadioX, it's time for Advisory Insights, brought to you by Oberman Law Firm, serving clients nationwide with tailored service and exceptional results. Now, here's your host.
And welcome everyone to Advisory Insights. This is Stuart Oberman, and here we go, folks. A little HR. So we do a substantial amount of employment law in our firm, Oberman Law Firm, and we review on a local, national basis, regional basis, employee manuals. So I don't ever remember reading an employee manual that did not have some kind of policy in place regarding personal appearance. Now, I want you to stop right there. Before you do anything else today, I want you to take out that policy. I want you to review it. And I want you to take a look at, one, is it discriminatory? Two, if this ever got out in public, and it's on the front page of the New York Times, or three, if this hits social media, would you be embarrassed by your policy? Or does it have a specific job-related function? So the reason why I say that is because incidences are constantly hitting our desk, the news, regarding potentially discriminatory and really utterly ridiculous policies and procedures that have nothing to do with work, quality of work, but they all relate to personal appearance. Okay? Personal appearance. Now, life is what it is, and everyone has their own personal appearance. Some are not as fortunate as others. Some come from different backgrounds, race, color, creed, sex, origin. Nothing is the same when we deal with appearance. But I want you to look to make sure these policies and procedures are not discriminatory. And I want to take one example. So, published report came out not too long ago regarding a particular company that essentially prohibited the hiring of applicants that have missing, broken, or badly discovered teeth that, in all likelihood, is unrelated to a disability. Now, my question is, why would my employers have that in their employee manual? What could possibly be the reason for that? Now, again, things happen, life happens, and people are in bad accidents, and people go through rough times in life. I want you to take a look at whether or not your policies and procedures take those circumstances into account. If a person is in an accident, how do you enforce this? If a person is a great candidate, but for some reason they don't have that $1 million smile, and they don't have that Hollywood look, what is your policy on that? Is it written? And first off, why do you have a policy on that? Do you realize how much trouble that can get an employer in if they have that? I don't necessarily spend a whole lot of time on this because, again, we look at so many things regarding this particular issue, but this comes to the forefront of are you reviewing your policies and procedures? One. Two, do you have an appearance policy in your manual? Now, it's different if you have a policy that says, you know what? If you have a tattoo covered up, I get that. Okay, is that fine? Absolutely, that's fine. But you got to take a look at personal appearance in relation to medical, cultural, and religious reasons. Let me go through that. When you review your policy and procedures, as far as appearance goes, and personal conduct and appearance, are you accommodating those persons based upon medical, cultural, or religious reasons? And then we all know what happens to legislation that occurs. So in a recent legislation, the Crown Act, which was essentially a congressional bill, prohibited discrimination based upon a person's hair texture or hairstyle if that style or culture is commonly associated with a particular race or national origin. Okay. Now, that failed to pass in 2022. Okay? Now, the fact that that even became a bill in Congress is an issue. But what's happened is states have taken their own version of that and enacted that. So if you have that particular legislation in your state, you have to look at your policies and procedures and make sure it does not have discrimination based upon medical, cultural, or religious reasons. Because if it does, you're going to have a world of problems going down the road. And again, do you really want that manual provision to hit social media? Because if it does, it doesn't come off social media. Folks, again, I could spend all day on that topic, but top of mind, again, I want our employers to look at what's going on in their employee manuals and their HR and compliance. Folks, Advisory Insights, thanks for joining us. Stuart Oberman here is your host. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call, 770-886-2400, or Stuart, Stuart, at obermanlaw.com. Folks, thanks for joining us. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you for joining us on Advisory Insights. This show is brought to you by Oberman Law Firm, a business-centric law firm representing local, regional, and national clients in a wide range of practice areas, including healthcare, mergers and acquisitions, corporate transactions, and regulatory compliance.